everybody. Today I'm talking about April planetary news. It is a month of huge changes. Everything is moving, and therefore it is creating a big shift in what we want from life and generally what is happening. So things that have been stuck in certain ways, there's a new thinking, new ideas. Rahu Ketu change signs, Jupiter changes signs, Saturn change signs. These are the four important planets, slower moving planets, and they are changing signs. Mars also, which is the slightly faster moving planet, will also change signs in April. Therefore, this is a month to watch the changes, wait for them to manifest. Let us explore. Hello, I'm Komilla Sutton, and we are talking April planetary news. Do remember to subscribe, press the bell notification. So in April 2022, it is a very rare month when all the major planets change signs. Rahu Ketu, then Jupiter, then Saturn. This is very rare. I have been watching transits for many, many years, and everything happening in 1 month. They can change in the year, yes, but all happening in 1 month. It's a very focused, intense energy, and it's also shifting. That means that whatever you've been experiencing, something new is coming to you. And then Mars, which is slightly slower moving planet than the others, also moving signs. And then, of course, all the faster moving planets change signs as well. So this can be, confusing too, because there are shifting energies and we are used to a certain way, and often we are more comfortable in whatever way that we are in. So remember the dates for these. On 12th of April, Rahu Ketu move into Aries Libra. 13th April, Jupiter moves into Pisces, and 28th April, Saturn moves into Aquarius. So Rahu Ketu's movement into Aries Libra means that they are going to be there for the next 18 months. And in that 18 months, all the eclipses that are taking place will be in Aries Libra axis. And if you're Aries ascendant or Aries moon, or you're Libra ascendant or Libra moon, that means that the eclipses are going to impact you, and therefore there is new energy, some change. Eclipses always show change, transformation. And if your eclipses are happening at the same time when you're changing dasha or other transits are taking place, that means then it is really something more major. Otherwise, Rahu Ketu come and bring eclipses every 7-8 years. Eclipses, either a Rahu eclipse or a Ketu eclipse is happening in your sign. So it's a natural change. We can see our thought process change, our ideas change. And, I'll be making a separate video for all these aspects. So it is usually nothing dramatic is happening on the day. These dates are for the mean node. There are 2 calculations for Rahu Ketu, true and mean node. And I am always using the mean node. So the 12th of April, when Rahu Ketu change signs. Another significant aspect of Rahu Ketu changing signs is that Rahu Ketu travel backwards. So in essence, if you take Rahu at 0 degrees of Aries, which is the start of the zodiac, Rahu goes first to Pisces, not to Aries, and then goes throughout the signs and comes back to Aries. And so that means that the Aries transit is quite a maturing of Rahu. Even though it appears innovative and new, there is some maturing of Rahu there. Some information Rahu has learned after 18 years of this transit. So I would say that is very significant. Ketu in Libra. Libra is the natural house of relationship, partnerships, and it's about seeking balance and harmony, and understanding how to relate to people and not to just feel that's not what I want, because Ketu can do that as well. Then on 13th of April, Jupiter goes into Pisces. Jupiter in Pisces is a very positive transit, but it is also the last sign of the zodiac. So that means that there is part of Pisces energy is also culmination of things, because end of Pisces, Jupiter will be there till April 2023. It will then go into Gandanta. So from 13th April, for 1 year, Jupiter is in Pisces. However, the start of the Pisces is a very positive environment. It is going to create Hamsa Mahapurusha Yoga for 3 signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. For Sagittarius, Pisces, this is a very positive transit because Lagna Lord is in full dignity. And of course, we'll watch the closer aspects, and I'll be making a video on Jupiter and Pisces and how it impacts all of you. And I feel that, it's optimistic. And the biggest issue about Jupiter and Pisces right now is that out of the influence of Saturn, for the last 2 years, Jupiter has been first in Capricorn, then in Aquarius, both signs ruled by Saturn. And therefore, there's not been that ability to do what you want to do, to expand, to look at a more optimistic side of life. However, Jupiter is an expansive planet, so it can expand situations as well. So, if he's in a mood to expand things, that means it can also expand negatively. So we have to watch that. But I would say mostly this is a pleasurable energy to start with. And then finally, Saturn moving out of Capricorn. Saturn came into Capricorn in January 2020, and that was the start of COVID. And we have had this Capricorn transit has been very challenging. And Saturn is going out of Capricorn, but only for 2 months. It's going to only be in Aquarius till July. So it still has about 4 or 5 months of Capricorn to deal with. But for now, this is a relief. Saturn has moved into Aquarius. So we should not be instantly thinking everything is Capricorn issues are resolved, because Saturn will come back and address them again after July. But Saturn continues to be in dignity. It is powerful. I think the most important thing about Saturn's strength from 2020 to 2025, where Saturn will be in its own signs, is that we have to restructure our life. We have to rethink what we want to do. And we have to really follow a strict regime about what life is about and be conscious about that, I think. Saturn in Aquarius will also be creating Mahapurusha Yoga. This is a Sasha Mahapurusha Yoga. And it will be for all the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. However, you have to think about that with all the signs, even though the yoga is there, it is also comes with responsibility and duty and facing up to your karma, doing the right thing. Also, if your moon is in early degrees of Aquarius, then Saturn is going to go over that, especially 0 to 2 degrees. If you have moon, then Saturn is affecting that, or ascendant. Mostly the Saturn Aquarius effect will be in January 2023. This is just a taster. It's a short Sade Sati start for Pisces moon as well. And generally, I always feel with Saturn, the key word is restraint. Don't rush into anything. Even in dignity, he's encouraging us to learn these lessons, to be restrained and careful, and take steps carefully. Of course, Aquarius is very different from Capricorn. Aquarius is an air sign, so there'll be more movement. We'll be interested in traveling, doing things. And then one of the great things about Jupiter going into Pisces is that 2 planets will be in full dignity, Jupiter in Pisces and Saturn in Aquarius. And then even though when Saturn goes back into Capricorn, so then that itself is a positive aspect. A couple of things also for April to watch out for is that Sun becomes exalted on 14th. And this is regarded as a major festival. When Sun is exalted, it is Baisakhi in North India, Vishu in Kerala, other festivals also, because Sun is exalted. However, this Sun has got a little bit of a problem, because you know that Rahu is there in Aries, and therefore if the Sun goes there, it means that there are going to be eclipses in Aries. And the new moon in Aries and solar eclipses on 30th of April. So that is something to watch for. As the first eclipse in Aries axis, Aries Libra axis, there'll be a lunar eclipse in May. So the month ends with an eclipse, and eclipse is transformational change. So, you know, that is also adding to this whole story of April, of one of change, one of transformation. And so, you know, I'm going to not look at individual charts now, because I'm making many videos for April, and I'm going to look at how each sign impacts. But I think that this is a bigger picture. That means that all of us, whatever sign you are, you're going to feel shift in what you're doing. And there is new ideas, new thought processes coming. And what is important is to observe these changes rather than being in a rush to make changes, and allow this energy to float, and allow the ideas to express themselves, and don't be in a rush that I have to do everything in April. But you'll see as the April progresses, with all the changes that are taking place, the trajectory of what the world wants, what we want, is going to shift. And as I'm going to talk about number of things, the new moon in Pisces is the world horoscope, Chaitra Shukla Pratipada. So I'm going to look at what are the world issues. Then I'm going to look at each of the changes for you, that what you can expect. So do subscribe, because there's a lot of information in April, and I'm going to be busy, and you're going to be busy as well, listening and then thinking about it, and then planning and taking your time if you want to make the changes. All the best. Thank you.